you know, Kentucky has the highest cancer rates in the country, highest rates of diabetes, highest rates of heart disease. We have some of the lowest wages in the country. Anybody that comes to me and says, you know, Amy, this coronavirus, I just want to get back to normal. Say, you know what? Normal is what got us this. Normal is what got us to the bottom on all these measurable metrics in our country. That's what normal got us. Normal got us to 25 million Americans demonstrating in the streets for racial justice this past summer. Because things aren't going so well. We've got to do better than that. We've got to do better. And it does come down to this. You know, when you're talking to your friends and family about Mitch McConnell, you just say, are you better off? Is Kentucky better off than they were 36 years ago? If you're better off, you vote for Mitch. Because for so many Kentuckians, they're not. And we haven't been getting better. We have to invest in ourselves. I'm tired of tax breaks for the wealthiest 1% for corporations, adding $2 trillion to the national debt. And then turning around and saying, oh, well, we can't invest in ourselves. We can't invest in broadband for the future. We're not able to do these things. That's BS. We can invest in ourselves. When we had leaders 100 years ago, FDR brought electricity to rural Kentucky and to rural America. He didn't say, oh, let's let the corporate, let me see if it's profitable for these guys. And then they'll build it if it's profitable. No, man, we did it as a country. And nobody today says, well, that was a bad investment. Nobody says that. Eisenhower, Republican president, built the interstate highway system. He had a vision. He was a military officer. He said, man, our roads are terrible. We can do better. We can invest in ourselves. Is it going to cost money? Yeah, it's going to cost money, but we're going to do it as a country. We're going to do it for our national security. We're going to do it for our economy. And guess what? The interstate highway system became the world's largest infrastructure project the world had ever seen. Arguably, it built our economy, the greatest economy the world has ever seen. That bill passed 99-1 in the Senate. Thank God Mitch McConnell wasn't there. Because he wouldn't have allowed it. And again, it's not a red or blue thing. It's about investing in the future. It's about getting people to have a vision. So what's the future? What does that mean? Well, one, it means that we need to fix roads, bridges, dams, all of those things. The Brent Spence Bridge up there is one of them. That bridge was a problem when I was a kid. Mitch McConnell said he's going to fix it. It was 36 years he hadn't fixed it. He needs another 6 years? Seriously? We got to do this because that's a national asset. It's a national asset, not just a local asset. So it's 21st century, it's 20th century infrastructure, but it's investing in 21st century infrastructure. Did I get that right? I've only said this a couple times. What does that mean? Broadband. All right? No business is going to come to a county in Kentucky that cannot talk to the modern world, period. That's where we're going. For our kids in the future, when we were kids, the tools to success were a pen and paper. The tools to success today are a computer and the internet. And the kids do not have it. We'll be left behind. And we have to help provide those things. We have to have that infrastructure. Because you know what? If we don't do it, you know who's doing it? China's doing it. They're investing in a big way. And we're too busy beating on each other to invest in ourselves. I'm tired of it. We need leaders that care about America. Again, we have to rebuild Kentucky. All right? And those are some of the things we need to do. Tackle the healthcare system, invest in ourselves. Mitch McConnell is not interested in doing that. He hasn't been for the last 36 years. Look around. We got to do it. The fourth thing is we have to really tackle the massive inequality and racial injustice that we've seen in this country for far too long.